What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Smiths on Demand. It's Bree, and today we are stepping into my closet. And not just any closet, it is truly my happy place. It is my everything has a home zone, okay? My little corner of heaven in my apartment. So I'm super excited to show you guys everything that I have done to maximize the space because, honey, we have been through some transitions, okay? We had a full-on walk-in custom closet that we really just turned an extra bedroom into because that's how small the closets were. As our business got more successful and as we really just needed like a space to truly work at home, we were like, it needs to be an office. So once we turned into an office, we had to actually use our real closets, and I was a little depressed about it at first. It was a whole task, like switching everything from that big room to this tiny closet that you see behind me was stressful. But one thing that this little closet has taught me is that organization is key. Before we jump into the actual closet tour, I do want to show you guys how to actually do this for yourselves, just because I think this is most important. Everything I'm going to show you in the closet tour is going to be IKEA, and I just want you guys to know as I'm talking about things exactly what they are. I just want to show you how quick and easy it is to build your own designed custom IKEA PAX system. So let's jump into that part first. You're going to search IKEA PAX system, and you want to go to the PAX planner. Click on PAX planning tool, and then we're going to create a new one so that you guys can see it from scratch. For this example, I'm going to use the 79-inch, and then you have depth. So the 13-inch or the 22-inch. The 13-inch is what you see right here. You see how this one has extra space. So this one is great for like accessories and purses and little things like that. But if you want to store more things, you want to go with the 22-inch, which will give you much more storage options because you're going to get double the amount of space inside. And again, this would just be based on the depth of your closet. So we're going to go with the 22-inch by 79-inch wardrobes. As we build this out, I'm just going to build exactly what we have in our closet. So we're going to go ahead and put a large one here, another large one, and then I have a smaller one at the end. Once you have your wardrobe situated and you know the base of what you're going to be using, you then can choose your colors, which this is new. When I did this, we did not have these other colored options, and I'm sad because I definitely would have went with this oak color or the black over the white, but you know. Now, if you want to get really fancy, they have these add-on units, but if you're putting this in a typical, standard closet, you're not going to need those. Those are more if you're going to have them just somewhere in your room. So you're going to click on interiors, and it's going to open up in these like pre-created layouts, which is totally fine if you see something here that you love. But again, I like custom because then you can really make sure it meets your needs. So I knew the first thing that I wanted was some hanging space. So I put hangers on the right-hand side. Outside of this hanging space, I really want shelving and drawers because I want things to be hidden. I went ahead and did a few of the drawers here. This is the visual that I created, and this was how I went about figuring out where everything was going to go. And literally, y'all, you will see in a second, this is exactly where my stuff is. We have our drawers in, and now we're going to need a shelf to sit on top of the drawer. Now for our next frame, we are going to pop in 3 normal drawers and then one with a glass opening because I knew I wanted my shoes to go there. And now I want to make sure that I have something really cute for my accessories. So we're going to do some slide out trays. We're going to do 1, 2, and then a glass top so that we can see through it. Then I really want to make sure I'm able to showcase all of my purses. And now what I made sure to do was measure. I picked what purses I wanted to go where, measured the height of them, and then that was how I figured out exactly how many shelves I needed and then where they needed to go. I wanted a pull-out tray for my corsets because I just find that they're really hard to keep in drawers, and then I don't want to hang them either. So this is a perfect way to lay them out and just be able to pull them out as needed. And then more shelves for bags and shoes. And there you go. It is as simple as that. But what's really cool about IKEA's PAX systems is that they give you the total of everything in here. So let's say I was like, okay, this is a little over my budget. You know, what's the cost difference between the glass drawer versus the regular drawer? The regular drawer is $35. The glass one is $55. So it's $20 different. You can take this out and replace it with this, and it drops the price down. So that's one thing I really like, is that you can play around with it and get to a dollar amount that feels good to you. So now when you click on finalize, it gives you the option to add cover caps, and you absolutely want to do this because without it, it just looks a little crazy. As you see here, if you're looking at it, you don't see the black holes, and it's because if you look closely, I have the caps in there. So you do want to get those. It definitely makes a difference with how it appears versus if you see all of those holes, it kind of looks like a filing cabinet. So I would say add caps, adds it to your total, and then here it is. You can save it, you can add it to your bag, you can have it delivered. It tells you where it's able to be picked up from. So IKEA makes it super simple. If you check out the description, I have listed my exact design in both the tall and shorter versions if you really like this setup and want to add it to your home. All right, now just for reference, our closet is 72 inches long by 23 inches deep. And I'm not sure of the exact height, but I know it's over 92. So when you guys are measuring, you want to make sure you do from the baseboards from length and then baseboard to your opening. And you want to make sure that you have space to actually open up your drawers if it's going into a closet like this. But let's get to the fun part. It's time for closet tour. It's time for closet tour. First thing I want to point out is this light. Ta-da! So this is actually a light that we put up there. It was a floor lamp and we like broke it apart and put it up there and use this. Now, there's a much better option than what we are doing, and I made sure to link that in the description with some lights that are actually made for your closet. But this is what we use to be able to turn the lights on and off. You can change the dimness, the brightness. It's kind of hard to tell right now because it's actually light out, but love this light. We're gonna start from top left and down and work our way over. So the very first thing that I knew I wanted space for is my thigh-high boots. I love a thigh-high boot, okay, honey? And I am an essentials girly. So I literally, these are the three that I need. I got my leather black, my leather white, and then a pair of, I don't know what type of material this is. It's like a sweater material. These are Aldo. 3 of these fit in here perfectly. So that's that. These are my favorite Shein steals. Oh my gosh. They were like $18. So comfy. So comfy. Again, check the links. These are my only 2 like stylish sneakers that I wear. My actual workout sneakers are in here, and we'll get to that in a little bit later. These are Aldo as well. They're very comfortable. I just always end up going with a pointed toe, but I like to see them, and I like that they match with my bags right here. So this was more just for like, for me to feel good when I look in my closet, because they don't really get worn. So these are my go-to bigger bags that I actually, like I said, I'm an essentials girly. I don't need a lot. Here is all of my corsets. So I always like to color coordinate. So everything is from black, brown, white, ends with, what is this? Jean. This is my t-shirts drawer. Well, these are like more t-shirts over here. And then these are all of my bodysuits, things that just need to be thrown in here because it doesn't make sense to actually fold them. Okay, so these are pant sets. Here is my tip for pant sets. I like to take the pants and fold them in half. So let's move that. So these are the pants. Fold those in half and then take the top, which I just unfolded. We're doing this one-handed here, so let's see how talented I am. All right, so take the top, fold the top in half, and then put that inside of the pants like so. Fold that in half, and then you're going to roll. It's much easier with 2 hands. And then put them in the drawer. Okay, we actually do need the light. Oh, much better. Okay, but with this method of rolling, it eliminates wrinkles, and then it also makes it really easy to just grab your sets instead of having to like store them in two different places. So that's my little tip there. This is my color drawer, y'all. She does have a little bit of color, and it all belongs in this one little drawer. These are mostly things that I would wear on like a vacation, and this gets swapped out seasonally, obviously. All right, then over here on the right-hand side, these are all of my black onesies, and then these are all rompers. So now let me give y'all a hack, okay? These purses that you see are not all of the purses that I have, but they are all of the purses that I think are so pretty to look at and that can be color coordinated and that make me feel good. So what I've done is I've hidden all of my other purses inside of the purses up here and behind them. So let's take these down. And there appears our other purses. So this is kind of like my additional inventory, purses that I need and I use and I wear every once in a while, but that I don't need to see. And then secondly, you use the big purses to store other smaller purses. So these are different things that like I just don't need on a regular basis, but that I want to make sure I can easily get to. Pop those in there. It makes it very easy to maximize a small closet that you want to look good by showing the things you actually want to see and hiding the things that you don't. Now, the other hack, as you see, I have some shoes to the right and I have some shoes. Can you see? Get it up there. I have shoes all the way at the top on the left as well. So you can always store stuff above the wardrobe as well. The next row is my booties. Same thing, I'm an essentials girly, so I have cloth in both black and like a cream, and then leather in black and cream. And as you see with my bags, you know, this is just the colors that I wear. And so if the bags are skinny, you can fit, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 there. These ones are even smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 on that side. So it's nice because even though these are the 13-inch, it still gives you plenty of room. So even down here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 on that side, 3. And then down here, it looks like I have 3 in each row as well. When you're planning how you want to make your closet, think about how you want it to look and measure the items so that you make sure you have the appropriate shelving to match that. And these shelves can always be adjusted. The only thing with that is then you have to like, you know, pry out these little hole things and it could be a hassle. So that's why you want to kind of take inventory and measure ahead of time. These pull-out drawers are amazing. This is where I store my glasses. I have some additional perfume. These are some additional nipple covers. And then that is my, what is that? Is that my passport? Yes, that's my passport. So this is great because you can really store whatever you want here. I mean, I think glasses fit really well. And if you have a lot of glasses, they even fit like this to where you can do like 3 in 1, and then this thing is completely removable, so you don't have to use this at all. I wanted to be able to quickly access all of my slides, and so I just removed this little portion, and there we go. Everything fits perfectly. I wanted a glass drawer here because I knew I wanted to kind of have like all of my staple heels, my everyday heels that, you know, match the aesthetic of like the purses and everything to be able to be visible. But I really do love this like sliding effect when I just need the two, you know, that I'm going to be wearing. So I absolutely love this. Again, the glass drawer is $20 more, but if you want to be able to see things, I think it is such a cute touch. So there's those heels. And again, y'all, minimal. Like this is really all I need. I do have a few extra, you know, heels stored, which I'll show you guys how I store those extras. But on a day-to-day basis, this is all your girl needs. Like, fashion does not have to be so hard. The next drawer is my jeans, and I use the same kind of rolling method to fit my jeans. Now I have two ways of storing them. The way that we store Dre's jeans are they hang on a hanger. That way he can just kind of go like this and pick the jeans he wants or the pants that he wants. But I don't wear a lot of pants. I literally have a few like leather options, some gray jeans, cargos, blue jeans, white wash, and I mean, that's it. So this drawer fit them perfectly. The next drawer is my skirt sets. So I do the same thing with my skirt sets that I do with my pant sets. So let's do the white one, for example. Fold the skirt in half and then take the shirt and lay it up in there anywhere you want and just roll her up. And there we go. It's definitely a sure way to make sure that your sets stay together. So I love that. These are my long sleeve dresses. And before we move over to the last wardrobe, I just want to show you guys these little jewelry organizers. These are my anklets. And the rest of my jewelry is in my shoe cabinet. So I will show you that in a second, but wanted to point these out. These are linked in the description. Now on this side, this is where I have all of my hanging items. Again, essentials, 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 essentials. I truly believe if you lessen the amount of clothes that you have, but focus on getting essentials that mix and match really well, life is so much easier. So from a white standpoint, I pretty much just have like, you know, crop top, button-ups, a sweater, a blouse. I can't think of the name of this material. Not a cardigan. What is this? I can't think of it. It's gonna hit me as soon as I'm done filming. Watch. Leather jacket, hoodie. This is a flannel. That's a flannel. Vest and button up. Like I have the same thing of everything, just in different colors. There's more vest, sweater, blazer, leather jacket, flannel. One of the things that I did here to maximize space is I added these stick-on white hooks so that I could hang my shoulder bags, because you don't want this part, you know, to bend when storing them. So I have this one here and then one on this side. This one doesn't have to stay up like this, so I keep this just like this inside of the clothes. It just kind of keeps it nice and stored. It's hidden. You don't see it until you need it. So next is my underwear, panties, socks, bras. So I store my gym socks over here, bras, my what do you call these things? Pantyhoses. Pantyhoses? Yes, that's what they're called. This is all my undergarments. So like boob covers, boob tape, Spanx, comfy socks, and in the back are like my short no-show socks. Back there are like briefs. These are the shorts and the bra tops that match. They're so comfortable. Oh my gosh, I love them. Make sure you check them out. They are linked. And then my undies. I love that I can see them color coded, and then I can pick that and match it with a bra. It's everything all in one place. Again, all of this is linked in the description. And this is my workout drawer. So I keep my hats over there, my long sleeve sets here, my Nike sets here, windbreaker. These are all just like long sleeve zip up options I can like add to any workout set. And then my actual sets go here. It is wash J, so normally these are here and I have like 3 more here. But another good hack for storing your workout clothes is to take your set and do the same thing that I do with all of my sets, which is fold the pant in half like so, take the matching top, put it on top like that, give it a 1-2 roll, and then pop it on in. This also helps for when it comes to like getting dressed for the gym, because I know when I wake up, I just come over here and I pull the next set and I'm ready to go. And if I pull this and I want to add a little accessory, I got my hats, I have my long sleeve, so I can add to it, but makes it super easy. Then I have all of my loungewear. I like to make sure that the logos are visible so that, you know, I know when I'm grabbing like a matching set. So yeah, very simple for this. Then these are my pajama slash lounge, more pajama. And for these, I don't do any rolling or whatnot because I don't got to worry about, you know, them having any wrinkles. I just kind of throw them in and, you know, just like to keep them organized. These are my tank tops. Okay, so this is a nice little hack. If you have these organizers, instead of having your tank tops like laid on top of each other to where you only see the one that's on the top, I like to fold mine like this. They're just little cropped tanks, and you just half and half and then slide it on in so that you can see all the colors you have available. You just pull them out and put them back in. You could also do that with, you know, leggings. So this is why I use the folding method for pretty much everything. It just allows you to see everything that you have access to. And then last but not least, my dresses. I just roll them up and put them here, color code them so I know what I have. Now the last thing I'm gonna show you guys is my out the door shoe cabinet. It stores everything that I need right before I'm hitting the door. So wallet, cuticle oil, this is like travel perfume, my favorite perfume, my watch, my bracelet, all my little finger rings, different jewels for my necklaces. So it just makes it really easy to put my last final touches on right before I head out. This is also where I store my actual gym shoes. I have different shoes for different types of workouts. So after I get dressed, I come over here and pop on the shoes that I need. And then this is where I was telling you all I store all of my additional heels. So there's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs of heels, and 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs of flats in here. So it's great for extra storage. And then underneath is where I keep my slides for when I need to just kind of like I said, this is my out the door cabinet. So when I'm jumping out the door and I have, you know, everything that I have in black, I must have in cream. So, and then, you know, gotta have the full body mirror so I can get dressed and check myself out. See what it's hitting for. Oh my, oh, y'all heard that? I'm getting old. And there you have it. That is my closet tour. Thank y'all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, comment, like, do all the things. And until next time,